Hey everyone, I am Anthony Scott of ToyHypeUSA.com. Today we are reviewing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Classic Collection from the 1987 series, Muckman and Joe EyeBall figures that are exclusively available at Target stores here in the US. These figures are still yet to come, so they expect them to be in stores around October, September, something like that. Muckman is packaged in a window box with an opening flap, and the artwork on the front is just phenomenally done. You see the cartoon-inspired artwork. All four of the turtles are shown right above them, and you also see the Muckman Everlasting text right there, along with the Nickelodeon and the NECA logos below that. Side of the packaging, you have the Nickelodeon logo, the NECA logo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo, and the Muck Everlasting text right there. You also have the Volume 4, indicating that the packaging is inspired from the old school VHS cassette tape, just as we would remember from the 80s and 90s. And it's the same thing on the other side there. The back of the packaging, you have a look at Muckman in various poses, along with his accessories. You also have a look at Joe EyeBall, as he appeared in the classic animated series, and Irma, who now we know was this year's San Diego Comic-Con 2021 exclusive. So if you didn't get her at the NECA store, you will have a chance to obtain her at Target here in the US. That is still coming, I think sometime in August, September, something like that. And she comes with other Channel 6 characters, Vernon, Mr. Thompson, for example, and April O'Neil. So that's really a great set. I think you guys will definitely love it. And up here, you also have a brief description of Muckman and Joe EyeBall as they appeared in the classic series. So the opening flap, you have a piece of Velcro that's used to keep it closed like that. And on the opening flap, you have an image of the figure right there. And on this side, you have Muckman inside the plastic tray, as well as all of his accessories. And of course, the bottom of the box gives credit to all the great people at NECA Toys responsible for bringing this set together, including Randy, who's the executive director, and Trevor Zamet, who is the brand manager for the Turtles line. Taking a closer look at Muckman, you see he has a fantastic sculpt with all the garbage and everything sculpted to his body, just as you will remember his appearance from the classic cartoon series. The figure is based on the Season 3 episode, The Noxious Avenger, and that introduced fans to Muckman and Joe EyeBall, who's over here. We're just going to take a closer look at him. But Muckman himself, fantastic sculpt. I'm loving all that sculpted detail. Again, you see all that great garbage sculpted to his body and painted. So they not only sculpted it, they also went ahead and painted every little detail, which is just phenomenal, which is definitely what fans would expect. You see all those little flowers right here, and the mirror, various other objects attached to his body, and as well as the feet. So you see this can right here, this, I guess that's shaving cream right there, and whatever that is right there, which again is all individually painted. They really did a fantastic job on this figure, sculpting and painting it. Really loving all that attention to detail here. So the figure comes in a bright orange outfit, which is mostly torn. And that includes this vest right here, which is made of a soft plastic. So you're going to see it moving when I touch it. And as well as the pants right here. The pants are made of a hard plastic, so with the exception of a small part of it where it's torn back here and a little bit back here. But The rest of the pants, it's all hard plastic. You also have some black lines that you see better in the back, which gives it a little shading. It brings the 2D animation to life in this 3D model. So personally, I really love how they went about it. This is a phenomenal figure. This right here, I'm assuming that's some kind of pocket or something. But again, these garbage pieces that are sculpted to the body, they're not removable. But the paint apps and everything is just phenomenally done. The head sculpt, equally as impressive. One thing I like about it is that they added the nose clips so he doesn't smell himself, as he's basically a garbage man covered in garbage. So he's going to stink and he doesn't want to walk around smelling himself. So just like in the cartoon, he has that nose clip there, which is very nicely done on the figure as well. The forehead has a insect, which you see right there. There's a closer look at it, and he has this banana peel on top of his head right here, which is part of the classic design, so that's very nicely done. Really loving how that came out. The sculpting, the painting, just really phenomenal. The head sculpt itself, other than that, very nicely done. He has all those great lumps and everything, just like the rest of the body does. Loving the eyes and everything. And the mouth. The mouthpiece is swappable. And let's take a look at that. So what you're going to do is very carefully, just going to want to take this off. And I pushed it back in. I apologize. It's a little tricky. Okay, so once you finally get that off, he has a big hole in his mouth. And these mouthpieces have a peg that looks like this, so that's just going to be inserted back into the mouth. And he comes with one extra one, which is right here. I think it's going to look like that. And that slides in as shown. It's a lot easier to put it in than to take it out. So that's a look at the other mouthpiece. And both work very well for him. Joe EyeBall is the other character that's included in the set, and he's a small looking alien little guy. He transitions great into a figure here, and they did a phenomenal job on the sculpt, the likeness. There's definitely a lot to love here. I've always especially been fond of the design of Muckman and Joe EyeBall all the way back from when they originally aired on the episode. So getting these in hand in modern toy design is really a dream come true. And there's a look at the back. You see that there's two different shades, a light green and a dark green. He also has these little dark gray lumps on the back of his head with a black circle around there. But the eyes definitely make him look alien. And especially the fact that he's green also makes him look alien, which is pretty neat. The mouth is sculpted open, and you see a little bit of the details in there. Just not too much. It is a little hard to see, but you do see the tongue. For articulation, he has a ball-jointed head and swivel-hinged upper arms. The lower arms, or tentacles, whatever you want to call these things, he does fall over easily, so just be aware of that, are non-articulated, and neither are the legs or the tail. So the only articulation on the figure is the ball-jointed head, as well as the swivel-hinged upper arms, which you see me playing with up here, so you can create various different poses, as shown. Muckman's articulation is much more in line with other 7-inch scale figures, as he's a taller character. So you're going to have all those basics: the ball jointed head, ball hinge shoulders, swivel biceps, double hinge elbows, swivel hinge wrists, ball jointed chest, which you see right here, swivel waist, ball jointed hips, double hinge knees, hinge, and rocker ankles. I don't believe I missed anything. I also want to add that the sore lid on the bottom of his foot is not removable. Just in case you were wondering, that's sculpted to it. As far as accessories goes, he comes with a good amount of accessories, including this can of slime, which hopefully you can hear that on camera. I decided not to open it because I don't want to let slime drip all over the place. But I also want to add, once you open it, it's covered in this plastic piece right here. So, and this sticker is right on top of the plastic. So you're going to lose the sticker and everything if you open it, but still is a great little thing. And this is just some slime or mutagen as shown in the series, and it can be poured over the figure, poured inside the trash can for Joe EyeBall. So there's definitely a lot of ways you can use it. It's definitely a fun accessory. He also includes this trash can, which Joe EyeBall can fit inside. Just gonna show you guys that. A blaster accessory, which really has some great sculpting and attention to detail. They really did a nice job on there. The interchangeable mouthpiece that I just showed you, and a extra set of closed grip hands, which you see right there. Muckman includes a blaster, which you see in his open grip hands. The blaster's handle can fit through the hand there and his finger right through the trigger finger, and that doesn't require any heating up with a blow dryer, as the hands are made of a soft plastic, so you can just open it up and stick the fingers through. The sculpting and deco on this particular blaster is just very nicely done. They really went out and offered something really special here. It is a little fragile, especially these top pieces here, which is a little on the bendy side, so just be aware of that. But you see all that great sculpt work and everything, and you even see where the finger can fit through on the trigger finger right there. Just like in the cartoon, the garbage pail goes on Muckman's back, and Joe EyeBall can fit inside the garbage pail, so it can look like he's carrying Joe EyeBall on his back there, which is a very nice touch. And that transitions very nicely into this figure. There's a small groove on his back where the trash can be inserted into, and you get a pretty good look right there on the side here. There's a clip that goes down, and you just very carefully slide that in the groove. Joe EyeBall fits nicely inside, and they did a very nice job on this figure overall. One aspect I'm personally loving about each new release is that how consistent it is. So each figure works well together and has a great likeness to the series. Muckman is no exception to that, and he fits in extremely well. Here's a comparison of Muckman with Master Splinter and Metalhead. As you can see, Muckman is roughly the same size as Metalhead. So just to give you an idea of the size of him, he is a bit taller compared to most other figures, but again, roughly the same size as Metalhead here. Here is a comparison of Muckman and Joe EyeBall with the Punk Frogs. As you can see, both figures fit in perfectly. Overall, a great design and a nice addition to the line. I think fans are definitely going to want to pick them up. I want to correct myself earlier. Muckman and Joe EyeBall are just starting to hit Target stores now, so make sure to go out there and pick them up. I haven't seen them in stores myself, but people are saying they're finding them. Also available is Mondo Gecko, and I will be taking a look at him shortly, so make sure to come back and take a closer look at him with me. Thank you again to NECA Toys for providing Muckman along for a review. Greatly appreciate that. Please like and share this video. We greatly appreciate that as well, as it tells YouTube to share it with more people. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more coverage. Also, check out the link in the description to toyhypeusa.com. Check out the photo gallery and the written portion of this review.